Hello, everyone. Welcome to Tales of Truth. This is the first installment of a new weekly segment called This Week on Tales of Truth. Since I'm currently doing a lot of work and posting stuff, I figure a Monday morning update, even though by the time this gets viewed, it'll be probably Tuesday for most of you. But I need to do a weekly update segment. I'm testing out some things. It'll all be self-explanatory when I go through this list that you see over here on the side of the screen. Let's get started. I don't want to run too long. This week on Tales of Truth, it's a checklist. It's my to-do list, basically. These are all the things I hope to get done this week. Some of them today, some of them I've already gotten done. Let's run through it real quick. So you'll get an update every week at the beginning of the week. This is for you diehards. This is not for entertainment value necessarily. It's those who really are interested in what's going on behind the scenes, and those who are in the know. Those who know me, who know the project, know what's coming, like Mom and Armin, people like that. All right, so first thing I need to do, or the first thing under the Tales of Truth channel segment of the checklist, reorganize the playlist. That I have yet to do. I haven't done that yet, but I have been uploading a bunch of stuff and creating new playlists. So if you go search around the website here, this video will be the first thing you come to, at least initially, for both subscribers and visitors. So if you're not a subscriber yet, you're a visitor, why don't you subscribe? No pressure, but this will be the very first video on the page, on the channel, when you log in. So it'll be the update for the week. Next thing on my checklist for the channel is to test and use QuickTime Movie Record and Screen Record. And both of those, if you are watching this right now, I've successfully tested both of those. My face here on screen, that's the QuickTime software's Movie Record, and then you're seeing the whole screen or a portion of my desktop. That's the QuickTime Screen Record, and you use them in conjunction. So if I'm doing this properly, I can check that off my checklist. Record and post this week on Tales of Truth for the week of May 3rd, 2020. Today's May 4th, so may the 4th be with you. But when you're watching this, I will have completed this task. Now, moving on to the bulk of the work that I will be doing this week, editorial prep. First of all, I need to set up a microphone. So the quality of sound off of the normal desktop microphone gets all the background noise. I actually had to set up this microphone before I could even record this because I was having some technical issues, more like user issues. But I borrowed this from a friend. It's a handheld mic. You can put it on a tripod. Right now I have a handheld, and then a little equalizer mixer thing. Can you see that? So a friend of mine has a bunch of gear. That friend actually has my drone camera right now. He and I went and shot the Dodger Stadium footage that's on here. If you haven't seen that, you should check it out. The Dodger Stadium, it's probably the only time ever you'll see Dodger Stadium without a soul in it. Without a soul. There's nobody there. So, microphone is working. Actually, I may have just... I need to keep the microphone aimed toward my lips, so I'm testing all this out myself. All right, next thing on the list, trying to get through this list quickly. It's super boring if I ramble on like I tend to. Finalize scripts. So I did finish writing the promo script, at least the voiceover portion, the main portion of the promo script, the 60 to 90 second promo that's going to be the featured item on this channel. It's at least initially, it's going to be the most produced. It's hopefully the most entertaining and dazzling and eye-popping. It's going to be the one that we push, we promote, we send it out. You guys all should forward it and say, hey, check out this guy, what he's doing on this channel. Hopefully that'll be done a week from today. That's my goal, is that by the time I'm recording next week's This Week on Tales of Truth, I will be featuring the promo. But in addition to that, I wrote that script, but I realized I should probably do a commercial in addition. So it's not just here's what's coming, but here's how we're going to pay for this. Here's how I'm going to get to keep doing this, a commercial. We'll get into that in a second. Let's move on. Record, next on my checklist of things to do, record at VO and on camera. So after the script is written, all the voiceover, that's VO, is done, and anything on camera, which is me talking when you can see me, I have to record that. I have my mic set up now, so I have a good way to do that. Script has to be done first, then record that. Then I have to go select some music. And here I'll treat you all to some sounds of some of the professional musicians who are donating their music to this cause. If we start making money, I certainly want to get everybody paid, but here's a little taste of, one of the selections. Can you hear it? Oh, I bet you can't hear it. Never mind. Oh, I forgot. The audio is now running through this microphone. Sorry. That was a tease, but you'll get to hear it. Let's see if some of this other stuff works that I was planning for this video. Music, I just want to make a comment, is one of the first thing an editor does. In general, if you already know kind of the content you're going to be cutting, sometimes people will cut stuff and then just slap music under it. That's a way of doing it. And if you're in a hurry, you got to cut this thing together and slap some music, just wallpaper. They call it wallpapering music. It just means you slap music under there and let it go. You haven't even listened to it. Just get it out the door. But for the best editing, you're going to cut to music. You're going to know what the mood of the piece is, so you pick your music first. George Lucas, he wrote, I think, to some classical pieces, and then the composer tried, Williams matched that feel and created his own iconic sounds. But, all right, music is critical. Pull B-roll selects. That is the most time-consuming, arduous task. I have terabytes of footage to go through. I want to find the best stuff for a promo, sizzling promo. I want all the eye-popping... I keep hitting this microphone. I want all the eye-popping visuals. What I'll probably do is do a mental list and go down a list of places we went, some of the best drone shots, any sound-ups, interesting, exciting characters we ran into, and then just sprinkle those through the promo so that you get a taste. Ooh, and speaking of taste, some good food shots. Those will, the drone camera stuff with some food shots. That's probably all I need, But there's lots of really good stuff to pull from, and it's a lot of work. It's usually an assistant editor's job. I'm a one-man show, so I got to do all this stuff myself. Download Adobe Premiere. So I've held off on downloading the editing software because it's a free month. I don't want to download it one day before I need to use it. If I had downloaded it when I launched the channel, it's already 9 days ago, maybe 10 days ago, I've been like, oh, I'm already almost halfway through that free download or free trial, and I haven't even needed to use it yet. So I'm going to download that maybe tomorrow. Edit, promo, and commercial. Now that's the work. After that's just the sweetening. I mean, that's all the prep work, writing the script, recording the VO, picking the music, and then your visual selects. Those are the pieces of editing, and then you cut it all together. And there's something like transitions that's part of the editing process. So I got to get to work cutting this thing. All right, next is general business. In fact, there's one thing that's not on this. It's on the list. I'll scroll up so you can see it. Maybe I can scroll up. But general business, set up GoFundMe campaign. Now, when I mentioned the commercial that I need to write and record, I'm starting a GoFundMe campaign to keep me funded. Like, I'm not making any money. Hollywood shut down. I don't have a job to pay me right now. But I do have this content that is valuable. I need to produce it myself. Hey, I'm an award-winning TV producer. Why can't I do it? I'm doing it. But I need to, if you are a person that is enjoying this or has money or knows somebody with money, initially it's going to be a contribution through GoFundMe. It's not I'm not going for $1 million. I'm just going for, enough money to keep me doing this for a couple months until I can get contracts written, because I have intellectual properties that I'm ready to make to offer to investors. So if you do give charitably in the GoFundMe, you will also have first shot at any investor opportunities. So anybody who gives in GoFundMe will get first look at the IPs, the intellectual properties that you will be able to invest in, and it's all this content. It's just packaged differently, and there's a documentary I have a budget for. There's two different TV shows based on this content here. So, not to belabor the point, but the commercial will be for a GoFundMe campaign that I have to set up this week as well. And then creating a mailing list, and that's kind of the bread and butter. That's where the the GoFundMe contributors and those who are subscribers and those who are fans that want to get a newsletter, like talk about what's coming up and what's going on, and also, you know, early access to any of the footage, because I've content that I could show you right now that will come out eventually. So a lot of it's already being uploaded, but those who are subscribers and those who are GoFundMe contributors will have special privileged access to a bunch of the content. And the final thing on here that I can't scroll, it's the bottom of the list. It's off screen. It's just testing Zoom, Skype, BlueJeans. There's a bunch of different platforms where you can have conversations with people from around the world all on screen, and you can record it. And so I want to catch up with Armin. He's at college at Georgetown right now. I'd like to interview him and post it here on the channel, and interview some other characters that you've run into or that you will run into. And so that's a partial list, to-do list for me. So I'm going to end this here. So stay tuned, keep watching. Let's stop this recording if I can. How do I stop it?